Hello everybody, Flik here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At. Today we are taking a look at the early access version of Vran. Please insert my usual blurb about what early access is here so I don't have to constantly repeat myself. Anyway, this is a Diablo-like by Haemimont Games. I might be butchering that name, apologies if I am. The build currently available on Steam via the early access program, as I said. And for the purposes of this video I am going to use a different save slot, but as you can see I got to level 4 with my character and that was the mission I was on, find Adrian. I did actually find Adrian, and I'm telling you now developers, that boss fight is BS because of the extra attack he does when he's almost dead. I guess I'm just under leveled because I couldn't kill him and that bugs me. But anyway, we'll get into that. So let's just make a new character here and we shall go to play. We'll get a brief little introduction here in the form of, well, you'll see it so I won't need to tell you. But we're playing as that gentleman over there, and the story is set up in this little intro, although there's no real story beats in the build at present. They're just wanting to show off the combat system and what they have planned for dungeons and progressive challenges. And we'll see what those are as well once we jump into the game. I was trying to think of a way to describe this. As you can see, there's a lot of placeholder stuff, so again, early access, keep that in mind while you're reading that on screen. I would say that this is Diablo with a little mix of if the combat had more flair, akin to, say, a Devil May Cry, almost. That might sound ridiculous, but just wait until you see me start playing it, and then you might change your mind. So as I understand it, I'm just kind of paraphrasing here. You are a hunter who was happening to be away when the rest of the hunters were brutally murdered. You thought your friend was dead, turns out he's alive, and you're seeking him. And you have just literally arrived. So there is no voice acting, although they do have that planned, and there is a roadmap available on the early access page, so I encourage you all to take a look at that to see what they have planned, but keep in mind a roadmap does not necessarily mean a guarantee. But here we are, Vran. And also I think some of the music is placeholder or some of the tracks are missing. But here we are into the game, and as you can see the tutorial, I can say words sometimes, is along the bottom. WASD to move, and I will move, and this is us moving around here, and I can also use the right mouse to steer my camera. Sadly I don't have a button to stop my dog barking, so you just need to bear with me. Our poor horse got crushed. That's a shame. Anyway, we will move on, and as you can see I'm armed with a sword currently. However, if I go into my inventory, I might be doing this ahead of the tutorial, I think we have an early access bonus armor, right? Yeah. So we can actually change what we look like straight away, and if I wear this it's got 20 armor, whereas the thing I'm wearing has nothing. Although the current armor we're wearing, I get overdrive when I take damage, and we'll talk about what overdrive is in a bit. But this other one, it just constantly charges, so I'm going to equip that. And I actually think it makes us look like a badass warlock, although our hands are a little bit creepy. I never noticed that before. We are slightly demonic. So anyway, let's move on and we'll get into some combat against some little spiders. The map in the top right displays where the enemies are. And there was also a pumpkin pie festival. Say that 5 times quick. So here's some enemies, and I'm going to hold left click and start smacking them. I've got 2 specials. Got a spin on Q and then a slam on E. Also the Q attack inflicts fear, so enemies will run away. By the way, you may hear a lot of furious clicking for the duration of this video, especially because there isn't very much ambient noise and music, etc. I apologise for that, but you'll just have to grin and bear it. And this is the point of the game where it's teaching you about the fact you can turn the camera so that you can see where the attacks are going to be coming from. The stage is mildly destroyable as well. And so far, you might be thinking, well yeah, so far so good, it's very like any other game that's like Diablo or Torchlight, etc. But the game it's more agile based, or more agility based I guess is the best way to say that. So it's teaching us here, you can press space to jump. Fair enough. You can also do a slam. Hang on, I do a slam. There's the slam. You can kind of do a shockwave to stun enemies. But that's not all either. There's also a wall jumping mechanic, which we'll get into once I kill a few more of these spiders. I'll just be taking that gold, thanks very much. There's also a variety of weapons that we should discover for the duration of this video. I'll try and make sure I get all of them. At present, there is the sword, there is hammer, shotgun, and I think that's it. So anyway, this is teaching us about wall jumping. There we go, that's how the wall jumping works. You just bounce off with spacebar, and it lets you get to higher places. Also, destroy the crits! That thing that just dropped is a healing potion, and those are shortcut to number 1 along the bottom there. This number 3 ability is connected to your overdrive. If you have overdrive built, and it will decrease as you use it, you use a special ability you have equipped. So you default start with Meteor, but other ones you can find include a shield. I had like a boomerang ability off camera. You can press M for maps and challenges. Oh good, there's no challenges on this map, so we can get into them later. There's the map. That's our main objective. There's a dungeon, and there's a location. So that's what those are. But we can still come over here and get into a bit more fighting, and I find the visual feedback on combat very, very satisfying and nice to look at. I like seeing how much damage I'm dealing, or if I've stunned an enemy or shocked an enemy, or if I've overkilled them. Yeah, I think they've done a really good job with the visual feedback, and that's definitely what I felt as I was playing. I'm feeling like, yeah, I understand what's going on. You're making me feel like I understand and that it's going well. So what do we get here? I don't think you're actually supposed to know about this. This is just a secret. So it actually did give us a shotgun, but we get a tutorial about how to use ranged weapons soon, so I'll wait until we get that. You do also, once you level up a couple of times, get the ability to have 2 active weapons rather than the 1. So this is a checkpoint, and it's giving us a checkpoint because we have a bigger enemy to fight over here. Oh, also, totally forgot, very nice view. The visuals of the game, very impressive. Oh, how did you survive? But yeah, there's a bigger spider over here, and the gist with this one is the gargantuan. It charges up attacks and smacks down, but we have a dodge, and it's teaching us about that on shift. I'm very proficient at killing these ones now because you run into more of them. Death animations are really good as well. So we can't get in here, and we need to get in there, so we have to look around for another way. I didn't actually go this way last time, so I'm just curious if there's anything hidden here. No. Alright, well. So much like Diablo 3, there is optional and sometimes required side dungeons that you have to pass through. But they go one step further and add optional kind of achievements to the dungeons to encourage replayability and also for you to spend a bit more time in them, and I think that's a very, very clever idea. So we should get a little sample of that in here. Press F to enter the dungeon, we'll get to see what it's like, so it's full of spiders. We shall enter. So I forgot to mention, or just haven't mentioned yet, the early access buy-in price is £15.99. It's a little on the high side for something in the indie market in my opinion. And again, keep in mind, if you buy an early access game, you are not buying the finished thing. You are also not expecting a finished thing, you are helping to create the finished thing. So this is teaching us about how overdrive works. It's saying use your attacks to build up overdrive. Also get a bunch of potions, thank you. And then with that, you can... oh, it wants me to... yeah, it was teaching me how to heal. Use my demon powers with 3. So if I hold 3, I can aim it, and then I let go where I want it to be used. And you can see it used up just over half, or just under half my bar. And because I equipped this armor, it's regenerating. And now I believe we can go through here, and we'll get taught about ranged combat, or maybe after these are dead. Spooky, scary skeletons, not a problem. So obviously, if you see the red damage indicators, that's me taking damage. The slightly yellowish gold ones, they're me dealing damage to the enemy. And there's my reward. So this is what happens if you finish a in-dungeon achievement. It just kind of plumps down a flag and you get a reward of some kind. So we actually got a shotgun. Now which one of these shotguns is better? 1431, 1632. I'll take that one, thanks very much. So now we're a ranged combat person. So if I left click from a distance, I can just fire. We've got a lock-on shot, and then we've got like a spread shot, right? Yeah, there we are. I hope that they'll be adding more ranged weapons, like maybe a rifle or pistols, etc. Not that there's anything wrong with shotguns. I like shotguns in certain situations. Do we have any other objectives to do in here? We still don't have access to the full achievement list. Alright, we'll keep going then. So now we're out into the keep. And we're trying to get to someone who knows what's going on. Right, let's see if we can make good use of the ranged combat here. And try and keep them away from me. I'll try and make sure one of them doesn't even get to me, although some of the eggs are hatching, so that's going to be a problem. There's actually quite a lot of them. No, I got hit! I failed. Also, I didn't realise the E attack, the spread shot, has a really long recast. There's also champion versions of mobs. You'll see gold ones later on, I imagine. I'm not sure if it's random at present or if it's specific. Although what I do know is that I found another hidden chest up this way when I was exploring off camera, so I'm going to go do it again and see what we get. I'm curious if it's exactly the same thing actually. It might be set drops currently rather than random. It was a sword last time as well. 2033 gain health. No, that is not the same. It's definitely randomized stats because I didn't have a lifesteal sword. I also prefer the sword to the shotgun, so I'm going to stick with that for now. The hammer though, that's a lot of fun. So if we cut over here, hang on, I just realised there's supposed to be a dungeon over there. I'll go back and have a little look at that actually. After I kill these spiders, right. You spiders chill out for a second. Was there another optional dungeon over here that I missed? Or is that where I came out originally? Oh, it's down there, it's where I came out originally, my bad. Just hop down then. And let's carry on. I'm not sure how far I'm going to go. I'd rather not show off everything in the build, but I do want to show off at least one optional dungeon, so we'll go until we find one of them. We'll be getting to our little kind of hub world in a second here. Yeah, if he's stunned or push over. I'm not sure where that icon in the bottom right is and why it goes up. I think it's combo, or maybe overdrive points. Anyway, this is the castle, so we can go inside and have a little conversation. So this is where shops are, and also upgrade stations. Although you can't upgrade on the fly, but I mean you can buy things that you upgrade with here. But, well, let's have a look at this gent over here, for instance. So this is what he's selling. I only have 28 gold, but I could sell some of the stuff I don't want, like the shotgun that's not as good. And that lets me maybe buy some healing potions. Is there a quicker way to do this? Yes, there is. And if we go through to the far end of the room, there's an NPC. However, there is no story available at present, so, well, I'll read out what she says. Thank you for participating in Early Access. We don't want to spoil the story yet, but we have opened the starting areas for exploration and adventure. Your first task is to kill a particularly nasty vampire hiding somewhere beyond the Royal Gardens. Use the map to get there. There are other bosses, secrets, and dungeons hidden throughout the world. When you get to the Royal Gardens, check out your challenges from the in-game menu. Each area or dungeon offers 5 unique challenges for you to complete. We shall do that. Thank you, Miss Not a Princess, maybe, possibly. Can I talk to you yet? No. Alright, well, let's go to the world map then. So, this is the world, and this is where we want to... No, this is where we want to go, the Royal Gardens. But as you can see, there's a lot of locations. I like the look of that circus tent there. And I assume this will be where all the stages are carried out in the full game. But anyway, we're going to the Royal Gardens. So, this is a quick glimpse of what's available here. And also the challenges for outside here. So if I find and slay the chess master, whatever that is, I'll get a reward. If I slay Argus the Dread Mage, I get some XP. Oh, that's what it is, it's XP. So you get 500 XP for that. If I slay all the spider nests in the labyrinth, I get 1000 XP. If I get 25 spider eggs crushed, I get 500 gold. And if I use my demon power, which at present is the meteor 10 times, I get 500 XP. And if we find any optional dungeons, that will have its own set of unique achievements inside as well. At present, there is no co-op, I believe. However, co-op multiplayer is planned. And that sounds good to me. Only up to 2 people as far as I'm aware. But still good. I always love playing these kind of games co-op more so than solo. But anyway, let's smash these spider eggs before they all pop. And we'll see if we can find ourselves a better, or another weapon type so I can show off that. They get scared if you cut one of them nearby. There's also a new type of spider in this area which will try and stay away from you and spit at you. It's easier taken out with a shotgun. So we've done 7 out of 25 spider eggs. But you've got to be quick because they pop if you wait too long. I also want to find at least one champion, so we'll definitely try and find a glowing enemy of some variety. That's the one that's just going to try and spit at me. But I want to kill the eggs for progress towards the achievement. We'll know when I achieve it, even if it doesn't bring up the progress bar on the left, because a flag will drop and whatever the reward was will spit out. My leveling progress, by the way, is in the bottom of the very bar. It's the blue bar that's filling up very slowly. Right, if I remember correctly, I got a hammer here when I was playing off camera. I can't remember what I killed though. Maybe I got a champion here, or maybe it was a chest. We'll look around. Oh, maybe I finished the spider egg achievement and that's what got me it. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be using my demon power as well, right? I much preferred the boomerang power I found when I was playing off camera. It was a lot easier to use and it seemed to do more damage. No warhammer here. Oh yeah, I can bring up the map and that reminds us of progress. This is a big area, so these are all optional dungeons. And then that's a checkpoint and then that's the main objective. And if you do play this for yourself, do not go into the main objective at level 4 because the boss will just wipe the floor with you when he's almost dead. Although I'm not sure if you're supposed to be able to win. I thought, like, part of me was thinking, actually, is he doing this because you're not supposed to win? But I'm not sure. Ooh, that is a lot of eggs that are about to burst. Just might as well use the demon power because why not? It doesn't hurt me. There we go, that did it. So now we're getting that 500 gold in the form of it spitting out the flag. I love this little feature as well. But give me a warhammer so I can show off the other combat before I finish here. That's right, be afraid. So how do I feel about Victor Vran so far? I am a fan of Diablo-like games, so it's hard for me to ever find anything to complain about. As I said, I love the visual feedback on combat in this one. Oh, a chessboard! I think I've just discovered that enemy I was supposed to find. Alright, Chessmaster, where are you at? Oh, there you are! Right, so what have you got? Sanguine Aura, Weakening Attack, Smash Attack. Got it. You're not going to be an issue, although engaging at range might have been a better idea. So yeah, I never found this when I was playing off camera, so this is good. I thought there's plenty of special stuff, but not this one in particular. Ooh, I am losing health, and then I just leveled up. So we can actually pause the action here to level up, and this is where we get to talk about Destiny cards. So you can have 2 equipped, well it says here. You can now equip Destiny cards which grant you various passive abilities. Each Destiny card requires Destiny points and a free Destiny slot. Your slots and points increase with levels. So we can either have, and also there's art missing, so we can either have plus 20 health, which costs 1 slot and 100 gold. We can have the warrior, 1 slot, 100 gold for 5% more melee damage, or strength, which is critical chance and needs 2 slots. I believe I have 2 currently, but I think I'm just going to go for the passive melee damage. So we'll take that and we'll say thank you. You don't always get that every single level up, sometimes you just get more base stats. Now let's get rid of this Chessmaster, it's time for them to go, and then we'll drop fire on the rest. Oh good, we got a Warhammer. Let's equip that. Oh, we actually got 2, 3759, 4059. Critical hits, knock back enemies. Right, let's equip the hammer and have some fun. You swing much slower. Oh, but it's so much fun to do that. It's a lifesteal big AoE quake thing. You can also charge up your Q attack to do like big slams to do massive damage. Use demon powers 4 out of 10. Alright, good. Is there any optional stuff over this way? It looks like I'm about to hit a shrine, but other than that there's not. So this will give me regen if I decide to use it. Again, same as the shrines in Diablo 3. And if there was any complaint to be made, I suppose you could say it definitely wears its influences on its sleeve, and the nods to Diablo 3 and the things it added on top of the stereotypical action RPG archetype are obvious. Although more of the same is not a bad thing to me. I think Diablo 3 did do some things right, did some things terribly wrong, but it did things right. Let's get over here and smack these ranged ones. Although I have to charge this so it gives them time to run away. But yeah, if you want to fling around a Thunder Hammer, that is something that you can do in Victor Vran. And you can miss spiders with it over and over. As I said, you're supposed to be using your gun against them, I think. And it becomes easier when you get your secondary weapon slot, because you can just press middle mouse it whenever you like to switch between them. Nice. So I would probably think the best bet is to have a oh, there's a special thing up here. A melee weapon, then a ranged weapon. So that is, it's diamond, it's crippled and ranged, and it gave itself a buff, so it's got a big shield right now. Alright. Hey, come here, come here, come here. Oh no, you're a shooting type, so you're going to run away from that attack. Probably not a good idea to use the hammer then, but I'm still gonna. Also, let's get rid of this spawning. Oh, I just made more spiders spawn. This is terrible. Whoop. Alright, that's dead. Where did the big spider go? Stop running, I just want to be your friend. Yeah, that was enjoyable, although it's slowing me every time I do that. So I earned a gun from doing that. What kind of gun was that I earned? Just a generic shotgun. Smack. That is very, very satisfying. Smush. Smush. As I say though, you swing it real slow. Oh, but that's so fun. Oops, I accidentally let go of the button rather than charging it, but still, does a lot less damage if you do that. I think it's the next level where I would get the other slot, but I'm not sure if I want to do that much, because it will take a little bit of time to reach that level up. We'll see though. I want to find a optional dungeon to jump in first, just so we can see it. Oh, again, I didn't charge it. So we can see a sample of the random dungeon achievements and what you might get for them. So on that note, where's the nearest one? I've missed that one all the way up there, so let's head for that one. Scapular of the Damned, I believe it was called. So if you are at all unsure about whether this game would be for you, or if you are simply averse to games that are work in progress rather than finished, absolutely hold off. There is nothing wrong with holding off and waiting for the finished thing. I would definitely say don't discount it, discard it rather, based on it being currently early access. there's a groundwork here for something that could be really amazing in this genre of game. This is where we want. Over here, yes. Oh, these guys. Undead pyromaniacs. They usually resurrect one time after you kill them. Right, enter the scapular, or sepular rather, of the damned. So, if we go into this optional dungeon, here's the objectives. We could earn 500 XP for killing just generic enemies, 500 money, gold, for doing it specifically with the hammer, 2 secrets to find. If we find them both, we get 500 XP. If we slay monsters without taking damage, which is practically impossible, we would get a gold chest. I would have to use a shotgun for sure, because at close range you've got no hope. And then also if you destroy every single burial urn, you'd get 500 gold. Probably not going to do that one either. Seems a bit too tedious. But I love these optional dungeons. I don't think they've got randomized layouts. This seems familiar to me from the last time I was here. Did that miss? That did miss. These guys are exceptionally difficult to take out with the hammer, but I will persist. So that's a slowing aura, I think? No, that's a defense down aura. That's even worse. Frailty is calling it. I don't know if lifesteal even works against these guys. I used a potion there because I was getting a little bit low on HP, but I stunned him and now he's going to die. Goodbye. So yeah, I don't think I'll show off too much more, because this is the one area plus all the little side missions that are currently available in the build, I believe. So if you're interested in buying in now, you can see for yourself. These things are to destroy? I think so, the glowing green ones. But yeah, I've enjoyed my time with this. I played it for a couple of hours last night. Well, maybe like an hour and a half. And then the time you've seen me here with it. There is a roadmap available, so I definitely encourage you to read that to see what they have planned. More weapons, areas, etc. And if this is something you want to support at present... Oh, right, okay, we'll end with fighting this guy. He does meteor, I do meteor, we can be best friends. The buy-in price is £15.99, and there will be a link to the early access page in the description box below for you to find out more information, or maybe even talk to the devs directly if you have any specific questions for them. So with that, I will thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like if you want to show your support to me or the developers and their project. Hey, and we got a spike of XP orbs. Nice. But anyway, subscribe if you want to see daily gaming stuff. My name has been Flik. This has been Victor Vran. Thanks for watching once more, and until next time, ta-ta for now.